Welcome back to Smoke and Word Podcast, folks. It's your girls again. You know who we are, SP.
And it's CJ. We had to do a part 2 here, as you can see.
We still got our girl Rashida here. Yes, we got on different clothes, but act like you don't see that.
Absolutely. We just had to bring it back.
Yeah.
You know, this conversation got way too good to end it. So thank you so much, Rashida, for giving us some more of your time.
Yes, thank you.
We're so grateful for you.
So as y'all recall, before our brief commercial break, we were discussing trauma. And, you know, in the Black community especially, I mean, trauma period, but, you know, we talking to us. It's a very, very, very in-depth and very, very important. I think the reason why we are still where we are today and all that. You know, this is a conversation that really needs to be discussed in depth and we need to be delivered from, you know, in order for us to thrive as a
people. True.
Yeah, liberating. And this is Rashida's life's work, you know. So we're going to get right back into it. The word of the day, I think, really speaks volume to trauma and how it could be how we can liberate and how we can move forward. But sometimes I think the conversation stays at Black people, we traumatized. And then, okay, what are we doing about it? Like, right. How are we healing? How are we moving forward as a community? Mm-hmm. So I think this quote kind of brings it more there. So you want to read it, Steve?
Yeah, so it comes from Rumi, who is a poet from the 13th century. He wrote in Persian, Turkish, Arabic, Greek. And so the quote goes like this. The womb is the place where the light enters you.
Mm. That's deep for real.
The womb is the place where the light enters you.
So you gotta be hurt.
Yeah,
to feel,
yeah,
to even be liberated and healed. You know, that's deep.
It's a natural response. Pain is a natural response to telling something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think, which is why it's important to feel. So if you are experiencing pain and you suppress it or you just try to ignore it, God did not create pain, the wounds for us to avoid.
Yeah.
He created the wounds for us to be able to signal something's wrong.
Right. Right. And like you were just saying, like physically, mentally, spiritually, if you're ignoring that, it's going to be expressed.
Some kind of way. Will let you know.
Yeah. You cannot ignore it forever. And even physically, some people who, like, I would say some people, not all people, some people who have cancer and stuff is because of an emotional wound that was ignored too.
Sciatic nerve,
a lot of pain is emotional, being expressed physically because you ignore the emotional, so your body has to find another way to express it.
Ooh, that is so scary to think about because oftentimes, I think we only think of trauma from a mental standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even start to interpret how it is affecting your body physically.
Yeah.
And that's scary because I'm even guilty of that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I'm so stressed. But you're not thinking, that's heart rate.
Yeah.
That's my brain.
Your nervous system.
Yeah, my nervous system.
Yeah. Your nervous system. You think of autoimmune.
All autoimmune disease.
A lot of the autoimmune deficiencies are coming from stress.
And self-hate.
Yeah, but even that comes from trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's all
connected.
All
yeah.
But even like UC is one of the number one trauma centers in the world. So when we think of trauma at the hospital, that's body harm, you know? But they still call that trauma.
Yeah.
Because I mean, theoretically it is. So the trauma center UC, like they specialize in gunshot victims, right? Well, they can go in and they can treat and heal the physical wounds, right? But those guys have a lifetime of mental and emotional wounds that now they have to work through as a result of the physical wounds. So trauma is not just
deep.
Physical. I tell people all the time when I teach in my group, it's like domestic violence. If you a little girl, you in the corner, you crying, and you sitting back watching your mom be physically abused. The same traumatic experience that she was watching her mom get assaulted, it's like taking a baseball bat to her head.
Yeah.
That's how much traumatic damage is doing.
Especially depending on their age, they say your child is connected to your central nervous system.
Absolutely.
Till at least age 8. So if your central nervous system is deregulated, theirs automatically is. So when you see kids that just, like if I'm in the store and it's just a kid screaming, and it's like, what is wrong with them? It's because it's probably something emotionally off with their parent too, or in their household going on. It ain't just that they just crying because they want a bottle, or, you know what I mean? It's like the norm for them is decentralized nervous system.
It
becomes the
constantly in
fight or
flight. Yeah.
And then, like you said, like that is your heart. Now, eventually, your heart can't take that forever. You know, your body can't take stuff like that forever. That's why people got off. Our people, especially, have the highest cardiac issues and all that.
Heart disease,
hypertension, and you know, some people will look and be like, "I'm a heavy woman, but I don't have hypertension. I'm not going to do it. Thank God, I don't have my A1C is normal, and you know, that's because I'm a big broken. I should be exercising every 5 days a week. I may get it in once or twice.
We all
I'm
should.
working on it. Right?
But mentally, you're okay.
Mentally, I breathe. Right? When I am dealing with something emotional, like when I get off work, I sit in my car and I decompress before I go in the house. Those little things matter. You know, so you're not carrying that stuff in your personal space.
And putting it on your children.
Putting it on your children, putting it on the house, just carrying it on you.
Yeah.
Psychedelics, right? I know we're talking about trauma.
But it goes hand in hand.
Psychedelics has been, the research shows it's a really good alternative to treating PTSD, right? I know somebody who knows somebody.
You know everybody,
I know somebody who knows somebody who can access psychedelics, and they have been taking them, and they shared their story with us today in the shop, and they were telling me how her anxiety has been reduced. She sleeps better. She don't need anything right now, and she just can't believe it. She's taken it a couple times.
Only a couple
times. She's microdosing it only a couple times, and she was like, "I really believe it just feels like my anxiety is cured."
That's crazy.
I've heard that from people too.
Racing thoughts. She's not having negative thoughts.
But you know, it's because it's repairing the nervous system,
the neurotransmitter.
Yeah, I better tell somebody.
Absolutely.
And but people think, oh, it's just getting high.
Yeah.
Jump around.
It's plant medicine.
No, it's because it's doing what fungus do in the ground. So they connect and they roots go and they do all this underground. So what it's doing is making sure which your neural fibers are just like that. So it's reconnecting them the way they're supposed to be and repairing those things.
Trauma destroys your neural fibers.
Yeah. Ain't that deep?
Psilocybin repairs them.
And how our body is so like nature.
Yeah. And I broke somebody's shroom virginity a few weeks ago. And it was a great time. It was. I mean, just very euphoric. Yeah. I laughed so hard. Between the two of us, we were like, I don't think I could ever laugh this hard again. Right. You know, and laughter, we know.
It's the best medicine.
And I think I was just like laughing to the point of like tears most of the night. And it was just,
you was released.
I hadn't done shrooms in a while, probably since that one time.
Yeah. That when we had a retarded time.
So she did share that the first time she cried. She cried so hard.
Yeah. But like joyous.
No, like she was
releasing.
Releasing some things.
Yeah. Like trauma
things that she was holding on to. Right? And she said after that she's been having a great experience.
Yeah.
And
people be scared like after that first one.
Right. But if you set the intention, if you know that's what you can't be afraid. A lot of times people don't set intentions.
Right.
As many times that I've microdosed, I've never had that experience where I cried and needed to release. And I shared it with her, and my daughter was like, "Mom, that's because you don't hold on enough."
That's what I was gonna say. I've never felt that way, but it's because I made a point to
Yeah.
I don't mind talking to people. I have safe people that I can talk to get it out. Get it out. I don't like to hold on to nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or even
once again, like speaking to the importance, like it feeds upon you enjoying certain things, like not just drugs or psychedelics, but just like even interactions with other people. Like if you're jaded, if you're blocked off, if you're closed off,
everything. The way you're interpreting that social interaction, it just that's deep, man.
Y'all start taking shrooms.
Right.
I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody.
Right. Call Rashida. But I think this could be the key, because I think part of why Black people aren't healing to the extent that we need to and being liberated is our lack of community, or our lack of belief or trust in community. Like we're tribal people, and the stigma towards and how all of our trauma has led to mistrust of one another. And the only way to heal or to become that again community is to heal that lack of trust that we have of one another. But in order to do that, we have to interact. We have to get in each other's business. We have to care about one another.
You have to be less judgmental.
Yes. And even with all this Trump stuff going on, your people are losing food stamps. Y'all want it to go back to the way it was, but what needs to happen is that all of this is happening to show us that we need each other. There's people who have gardens. There's people who can give you food if you don't have enough. There's people who just know how to grow it, and we can start doing these things together and building community things. And it's a way where we won't need to rely on the government, because we haven't always. But people would rather just cry about it instead of leaning on each other, because we still want to pull ourselves up from our fake ass bootstrap that the Democrats gave us. That is called welfare.
This is a quote that I've been holding on to lately. It says, "If you want to go far, go by yourself. If you want to go
fast.
No, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with others. Go together. But we want to go far as a community, so that's why it's important to go together."
Right.
That was so like wow.
And this is the key.
But we live
healing.
In a fast society.
We want to get fast because all we care about is instant gratification, or like you had said in part one, that somebody wants to be that one all the time. Like I want to be the one Rick Ross, or I want to be the one Drake, or I want to be the one Michael Jordan. Why can't we all collectively just be a community of Malcolm X's, or you know what I mean, or
just badass,
or just people who's fucking getting the job done? Or we don't have to be anybody. It's okay to be the person that grows.
Be yourself.
You're the person that cleans up. You're the person who knows medicine and can help heal people. You're the person who knows how to help people feel good and make them laugh.
You're the mathematician. You're the accountant.
Like that's okay.
We all have skills.
And God made us all different on purpose because we're meant to be together.
Right.
But you know what? To get past that, we have to recognize that mentality was manufactured.
Yeah.
It was manufactured. That was intentionally manufactured. When we can have those conversations and we can actually see, like, unplug your stuff from the matrix and see there's only one Drake. There's only one Beyonce.
Right.
There's not just one Drake. There's tons of Drake.
Right.
But the people who control our minds want us to believe.
Right. That it's competition and it's not collaboration.
And so we need to learn, because they're cloning. So people see the Drake image. So you go to the club, you see Moneybag, you're in the corner. You see Drake in the corner. Ross is in the corner. Think about it. Think about when y'all go out. Or when you were going out. I don't know if you still got when you were.
We get old.
Think about when you was coming up. You see certain guys and you see those little niggas look like Lil Wayne. And you know what I'm saying? They're trying to, I mean, I was guilty of it.
But that's what these girls is doing too. They want to be
little Kim, my little Kim raincoat back in the day. I mean, yeah, my little red wig. You know what I'm saying? So, but
hey, we gotta pull up a picture.
We gotta drop Rashida a little Kim photo.
We gotta get past all of that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get past because now we see the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We see the trap.
Like, it's okay to be you. Like,
it's okay to be you.
You were given a certain skill set.
Man, get you a pair of Barbie earrings.
Yeah, like,
I love those. Man, I love.
Be you. I
love.
We gonna get a shot of those.
Yeah. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Yeah, do you.
People. I wish I could buy like this.
But that's also trauma too, a little bit too. Like, adjusting oneself to the status quo is kind of a trauma response.
But that's how you know you're free. From the status quo. When you can wear your hair the way you want it, you know what I'm saying? You can just walk in a room and demand a present for who you are.
Right. Yeah. But the people who are thinking, oh, I have to shed my real self and become this other bootleg thing, that's trauma. Like, let that go. Like, you don't have to fit this social media aesthetic or none of that.
Correct. That's why I like the lock. That's why I love our lock. Our lock is a sense of liberation. You have women that work in corporate and they can't wear natural hair. They gotta wear the straight hair because they're trying to fit the status quo. My question now,
they think that. I've worked in corporate America and I've always had that.
But you know there's a lot of women that
would never.
They put that on themselves.
But remember, the machine created that mentality. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But when we get to I would love to see our community get to the point where we demand to be who we are in whatever system we work in.
Yeah. But you have to stand up. Because we talk about like that, what's that law called where they're trying to have like the Crown Act or whatever. I don't need the Crown Act to wear my hair.
We should have never needed it.
We should have never needed it. But we don't live in those parts of the country.
Yeah. Well,
those kids were getting kicked out of school. They were getting kicked out of school.
But their parents was letting them get kicked out of school.
Over here, it's nuts.
I'm sorry, their parents was pussy.
Somebody cut
my mama wouldn't be.
Somebody let Mover cut my hair.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta
crazy.
Come from a certain breed of parent too. Like my mama wouldn't have went for it. So,
but the breed of parents are different. Sasha, look at what's going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess that's not saying
that's a whole nother conversation.
It's not at all.
The breed of parenting is different.
That's why we here now because of the breed of parenting.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Parenting. What is that?
Parenting that? These kids whooping their mama's ass.
Gently parenting.
Gentle parenting. Can you please come home by 1 a.m.? No, bitch.
So
come home. Now I want to come home. Damn it.
You know what? So that's why we're here to talk today. That goes right back to trauma. That goes right back to trauma, and I want the audience to know this. That trauma goes back 15 generations.
15 generations. Jesus Christ. So we enslaved.
Go look it up.
Yeah.
We enslaved.
But you know what's deep? Like I read that healing only goes back 3. So it's been like, what the fuck is
we getting going back? It's like sand and sweeping sand on the beach.
So I say, and so what I say to that, this is what I say all the time. People be like, I'm healed. And I tell my guys,
I'm healed.
If you ever meet the
like you go buy it at the store.
Here you go.
One healed, please.
If she say she healed, I said, nigga, wrong.
Right. She gonna make your life heal.
You're constantly on a healing journey.
It don't stop.
Just off what you just said. Healing don't stop. It doesn't. You are constantly, because it's always going to be something you face with.
Right.
The storms come and go. We are connected with nature. In real nature, storms come and go.
But you deal with them different as you move forward.
Absolutely.
And you prepare better.
Absolutely.
Once you've been through a few storms, you know how to prepare.
You got your little window shutters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to know that. But if you're not trauma informed, you really don't understand how our past experiences control the way we think, the way we see, the way we manage our money, the way we manage our relationship. I mean, you're going to constantly be a work in progress. But at least if you are aware,
yeah,
you can be a work
the
in
awareness
progress.
is like that's why they say in the AA meeting, like the Nile's
First
not
step.
just a river in Egypt.
The first step is admitting.
Is admitting.
Is admit,
So
acceptance.
that awareness, like, because even in having conversation,
What?
okay,
Right.
stay there. For the people who are sure
right.
of it in the room,
Right. Where y'all
we
at?
talking to them.
Who ready?
This is not y'all part of the show.
Right.
Ready for a healing journey.
So speaking of that, like trauma is with kind of like bouncing off the quote. Since that is the place where light enters you, can we go on record to say that trauma is necessary?
Yeah. I think it's necessary.
Trauma starts at conception.
It's inevitable.
I'm going to tell you, it's inevitable, but it starts at conception. What happens when we have a baby?
What do you mean conception? When the
not conception, but when before the baby actually see the light.
Oh yeah. They going through hella to push out.
The mom goes through it too.
Yeah, and the baby feel it. But the baby going through their own, they trying to they
they in there moving. And then the baby going through it when it's growing inside that little capsule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They have to push and stretch and yeah.
So even
and that is trauma.
Yeah, that is. It is traumatic.
And I heard like from how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, that when it goes into the cocoon, it takes its own body to create the cocoon, and that it's a painful experience for the caterpillar, like to change. It hurts. It makes them like that, what we call metamorphosis or whatever. But then they become the most beautiful thing when they come out.
It's the price to pay for beauty all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't see how y'all folks they got like 10 kids.
Boy, y'all crazy.
I guess by then it's just a slip and slide. That first one though.
What you said? The water slide. Listen.
Hey, my grandma had 14. I don't know.
Ain't no way, boy. No, ain't no way, boy.
She said my grandpa had 3 testicles. So.
That's probably why it was the
he was just shooting the
Wild
West.
Amen.
Shoot the club up, nigga. Shoot the club up.
Like what? Pregnant.
Ain't no way.
Man, like how? I'm sorry. I would have just had to be like, we're abstaining for 6 months.
Don't ever touch me again.
Like, I'm sorry. We're not about to just be having kids back to back and stuff. Like,
don't never touch me again, bro.
When did condoms come out? Why wasn't niggas using condoms?
That's a good research
right. I feel like I did research it because they were originally made out of lamb skin originally.
And that's skin, so pores is going through. So people still get pregnant.
No, they wasn't.
No, because they still can make lamb skin condoms.
They still make them, but the thing about lamb skin, it doesn't protect you against STIs and HIV.
Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking like it's skin, so it has pores. So probably
sperm can't get
through.
Bacteria from the virus.
Yeah, I know for sure. I looked this up like randomly before once, and they didn't start using rubber and latex. I feel till later,
like 60s or
maybe.
Something.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just would have been like, not tonight, nigga, because
evolution of HIV.
Matter of fact, get out my house.
Right, never again. Shit, permanent birth control. Because I just, like you said, popping babies out. My mom is one of 7.
Woo.
My great grandmother was one of 11.
Yeah, I think that's probably why my grandma only had 2 kids. She had like 9 siblings, so she's like, no.
Never, we gonna scale it back this generation.
I think that's why my mom said 2. That's why I got my 2.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave it at 1.
One and done, friend.
One and done.
But yeah, this trauma shit, man, it could go so many ways.
It really can.
So, like if you're thinking of your own family and healing your bloodline, like they said, but when you heal, it may go back only 3, but it goes forward 3 too. So these 3 generations that come from us are going to be better off because of what we did.
Yeah. Well, honey, what's going on right now? In the state of the black community,
we need all the and we need hands on other families from other families. That's what I mean, like community, because some of y'all not doing a good job. Move out of my way. Let me smack the shit out of your kid.
Yeah. But let's talk about that's a good way.
With love.
We're not gonna smack them. But this is a good way to plug some resources.
Yeah.
What are some things that you can let the people know out here? Where can we send these kids? Where can we send people dealing with drug addictions? Where can we send people dealing with trauma? Where can we send people who don't even know where to start?
Yeah. Or parents maybe that need help.
For private practice that take Medicaid or private insurance, a sound mind counseling.
We'll put
I've actually been there.
Mm-hmm. She's epic. She has an office in Hartwell. She has an office down in Westchester. And she also has trauma counselors in the Cincinnati Public School district. So I was one. I was a contract counselor. Got a lot going on right now. Step back for a minute. UMADOP.
We'll spell it out in the description box.
Okay. UMADOP is a minority mental health agency. They also specialize in substance use. I'm currently doing some prevention work with them. If you ever experiencing suicide or you feel like crashing out, dial 988. That's the suicide line. You don't have to be suicidal to call. You can call them just because you're feeling crisis. You're feeling hopeless and feeling low. They will talk to you.
Yeah, if Trump don't fucking get to that. I saw something
Definitely
that he was trying to shut down.
Shut it down for the they have an LGBT.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Suicide hotline. He cut it.
Yeah. What? I didn't see that.
So like the button, if you dial 988, it's not there anymore.
988 works,
but there's no separate line.
There's no specialization for somebody who's in the LGBT community dealing with it. Right. Yeah. So those are a couple that I want to give the shout out to as far as services. You also you have your GCB of
What's
the
that
world.
stand for?
Cincinnati Behavioral Health Services. Okay. Calvert House. I'm really big on cultural competency. I truly believe now this is not a one size fit all because I know some African Americans that have Caucasian therapists and work service providers, but I'm really big on relatability. When you are going through something traumatic in your life, especially when it has to do with your environment or your family dynamic, it is so important to connect with somebody who can relate to you. Yeah, it's very important. Also, Dr. John Thomas, he has a private practice. He saved my marriage. He's a great family doctor and a marriage physician. He's located in Longview.
Cool.
We'll make sure to give everybody's links
and then I would say I recently, like within the last year, was certified in something called mental health first aid.
Yep.
And so I got certified for youth and adults. And it was very enlightening, and I'm happy I did it. And I brought my mom along, and she got certified, I believe, for adults. But I think it's good, like, for anyone, but especially, like, if you, the warning signs, like, just as a regular person with your own family and friends, but especially if you work in different environments. My mom's a medical assistant, so she may need to be able to detect something from one of her patients.
Certainly.
Stuff like that. And they now have added those types of questions when you go to the doctor's office, like with the medical assistants, like before they bring in a physician. Like the person who come in, like, let me get your age, your weight, and then the doctor be in it, or whatever. That's what my mom does. But now they ask more mental health questions too. Like, in the past week, have you felt hopeless?
Yeah.
So, but it was very enlightening, and it made me feel very equipped to like just help friends and family. But also, I always work directly with the public too, not necessarily in a mental health capacity, but you just never know whose day that you're helping, whose life you're saving.
But I do want to say, with all of the gun violence that's going on in the community, that is a huge red flag to understanding how trauma can perpetuate certain behaviors in our community. A lot of these young boys are carrying weapons because they're afraid of their house. right? You have parents that come from traumatic generations of violence who then teach their kids that it's okay.
Or that's the only way to protect yourself.
That's the only way to protect yourself. And
instill in fear.
I'm here to tell you, if you have a young person and you get a conversation about the gun violence going on in the city, I highly recommend you get them in there. I do. I challenge it. I also challenge parents to talk to their kids about the value of life. Talk to your boys and girls about the value of life. Because if you get an idea of how they view the value of life, it's going to let you know which direction it's going.
Yeah. That's such a great point. That's such a great point.
I think it's not enough emphasis on values, period.
Yeah. Value in anything, but
that piece right there.
Yeah. We're not talking about it.
If you feel like you're not going to live to be 18,
you don't care about it.
You don't care. You're not going to care about the next
thing. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we
if like we've made these kids so materialistic that they value things more than life.
Yes.
And it's like life ain't worth living if I don't have these things.
Absolutely. And there are a lot of the damn cell phones.
Yeah, they'll go hard to get the thing. Yeah.
You know,
something worthless.
Something worthless. Okay.
Yeah.
It's adult mindsets are like that.
Yeah.
You know? So
what's the point of life if I ain't got this and that? So I'll do whatever to get it, including take yours.
So we
the really value of a life.
The value of a life. So, but the kids' minds are innocent and they're still developing. So that's why I said make it intentional with the baby. The adult, you know, once you're 30 years old, your mind is kind of
25.
25. I'm giving them 30.
I'm giving them 30. You be there.
There's some 25 years old minds I've been able to catch.
And I could even say in your 30s you can still change.
Yeah.
You know,
but you have to make a point because your frontal lobe is already developed.
It's more difficult.
That's what I mean.
I'm talking about people whose frontal lobe still developing. Then we know that we're changing neural fibers.
Yeah.
You know, you have to really make a point to be intentional about changing your own neural fibers at a certain age.
You gotta want it.
You gotta want
it. But these kids don't know how to want it. We shouldn't expect them to know how to want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We gotta guide them and help them to see the value.
Yeah.
Moral compass.
Yeah. But you instilling these values little.
The values are important. Just having a moral compass is having values.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What's guiding you?
What is guiding you? What is guiding you?
We know it ain't God no more.
The light,
remove
the light that you gotta let into.
Yeah.
Let the pain teach you. Let it inform
you. Need to be more intentional. So when we talk about trauma, this is all trauma related.
Yeah.
You know, it's all trauma related. From, like I said, from a physical gunshot wound all the way to how it disrupted your nervous system, even after the wound. The bullet's gone.
Yeah.
The wound is healed. But now,
that's so deep.
Yeah.
That's so deep.
Yeah.
Or like when people say, it's like this song Ari Lennox said at the end of her song, she was like, I think physical abuse is much worse than mental. She say that on one of them songs, like, don't take these things.
Oh, yeah.
But I was thinking about it one day and I'm like, no, they're the same.
Yeah,
they're
exactly the same.
It's like, and most of the time, if you're getting physically abused, it comes with the mental.
Right.
You know, so
or vice versa.
You can't separate them.
Yeah, you can't separate it.
Your body receives it the same way. You know?
The other piece is, y'all, what bothers me is when somebody be like, well, shit, I got more trauma than them.
Trauma Olympics.
Man, what? And it's like, I try to get everybody to understand, like,
it's different, but it's the same.
You don't dick measure trauma.
You can't.
That's when you go in the right total wrong direction.
How do you do that?
Now we're in the trauma Olympics.
Everybody have their own brain, and that's where it's like you can't, because there's something called resilience. And
everybody has their own snapping point too. Like what you probably
triggers
would make
everything is different.
Yeah. So I need people to start showing folks grace. Like quit worrying about what you were able to overcome. And
help them do it too.
Help them do it too. Yeah. Don't you sit there and be like, well, shoot, you ain't go through what I go through. You can get over it. No, we got.
But you're not over it. So that's why you're answering me that way. You're still sorry.
Come on.
Right.
It's starting to become easier and easier to point this shit out. I'm telling you.
I can tell by your reaction. So let's talk.
The person on the healing journey, they're gonna empathize. They're gonna extend their hand out, and they're gonna want to help you.
Right. Genuinely.
That's what you want. That's what you want. Not them sharing their story with you.
Right.
What they've been doing.
Like you said, dick measuring and trauma is crazy.
You're nuts at that point, and my conversation's over.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So
yeah. Woo! Great conversation. Man. We might do a part 3.
Man, we just got to keep bringing Rashida back,
our
girl.
resident therapist.
Man, thank you so much for again coming back.
We love having you.
These conversations are getting better and better.
Better and better, y'all.
Y'all at home, look in the description box. Please like, share, subscribe. Send these resources to your family, to your friends.
Add some in the comments if you know some resources that we missed or anything. Throw some in there, especially if you're in Cincinnati, or some that are national resources too.
And tell them where to find you again.
You can find me on Instagram at Walls of Wellness INC _. To find me on Facebook as Rashida Watt, and to find me personally on Instagram at Black Woman Power.
I'll put it all.
Everything in there. And stop by her store.
If
you're local.
Yes.
Give us the address.
Cincinnati, 4307 Whetsel Avenue. We are a health and wellness boutique. When you are trying to deregulate your central nervous system, and find some balance, we have some products in our shop that can help you with that.
Yes, she has all sorts of great stuff. Stop by, she'll give you consultation and all that good stuff.
I'm going to throw a crystal at you.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Until next time, smoking word.